What is the mission of Home Horizon and who are they trying to help?
Home Horizon is helping women who are homeless or at risk of homelessness for a variety of reasons, and of course their children. Our social service workers meet with every resident every week in their own home, and they work on things that are needed. For instance, it's pretty easy to see if housekeeping is a problem, or meal preparation, or budgeting. So that's what the worker will focus on that. And they develop a relationship.
If you could describe Home Horizon in 3 words, what would they be?
Compassionate, proactive, helpful, resourceful. That's 4.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about statistics. How many people do you end up dealing with in a month or in a year, and some of the things that revolve around that?
We have the capacity for about 30 people in our housing units, but they can stay with us in a housing unit for up to a year. Okay. So not all do, of course. But we also do a lot of support work with people who are not in a housing unit, who are perhaps waiting or have been in a housing unit. They never stop being a client.
What are some of the challenges you face as an organization?
Well, there is the ongoing challenge of financing. Never enough money because we don't have solid core funding. The big dream would be to get our hands on enough money for a down payment for a building, a comfortable home-like building where we could have our offices and where we could provide housing on a short-term basis for a few people.
What if someone wanted to get involved with volunteering at Home Horizon?
There are big and small ways that we could use volunteers. Big ways would be fundraising events.
Right.
Smaller ways would be perhaps driving someone. Most of the one-on-one work we do is done by social workers and social service workers, but there are all sorts of things. Just a helpful relationship with a person and her children.
Okay. What other words would you love to tell us about Home Horizon that we haven't covered this morning?
Well, I would just love to tell you that they're enthusiastic. Every new client is, oh wow, wonder what we can do for her, because it's a challenge. How can we help this woman? How can we give her the tools so she comes out the other end in better shape to manage the rest of her life?
And in the series that we're doing on Not Your Average Heroes, that everyday heroes don't need to be noticed, I just want to thank you for your involvement and the fact that you're in this. You could be retired, you could be doing your own thing, but you choose to get involved because you're passionate about what they're doing. It shows through in how you tell us about it, and so I wanted to say thank you, just on behalf of New Life, for being light in our community.